Hey yo, hello again. Sorry it's been a while, but I thought I'd do a new video because it's been at least like, I don't know, 4 months or something. But today I'm going to try and do something a little bit different. I'm going to try a combination of software and hardware. So I'm going to use the 202 and the 303, but also going to be using FL Studio as well and try and combine the best of both worlds. Yeah. So the first thing I've done is I've recorded my sample into the 202.
It must be your love.
And yeah, the nice thing about the 202 I like is it's really gritty sounding. It's really sort of low bit rate. I use the little standard mode on here if that focuses. No, okay. But yeah, but also it's got really good pitch, so you can turn something like this
It must be your
into something like this, which, you know, adds a nice kind of low bit rate ring type sound to it. So I'm gonna grit the sample up on the 202. And then I'm going to put it into the computer and arrange it on FL Studio and then run it back into the 303 later on. So, we recorded into the computer. I like to use Cool Edit Pro because, I don't know, I'm stuck in my ways or something. But yeah, I'm going to chop it up on here and then we can piece it together in FL Studio. So I'll quickly just sort of chop it up and then open FL Studio. Cool, so we got some chops, opened up FL Studio. Yeah, that's really hard to see. Okay, cool. I like to use the FPC in here. Let's go here. So with the combination, oh, let's stop doing that. Combination of the FPC and the MPD. Got some chops. So what I'll do is I'll mess around. So yeah, I'll play around with those chops now until I find something that I kind of like, and probably scratch out a sort of skeleton of just using samples, and then maybe build the drums around that. So yeah, let's give that a go. So I've got a sort of basic loop, but I don't really like it very much, but I'll use it as a starting point and maybe try and build some drums into it and then see if we can mutate the samples a little bit. So the loop gets a bit like this, and I'll try and... Really hard to do that with one hand. Some drums with the sample chops. Sample chops need a bit of work, but the nice thing about using the software over the hardware is you can lay everything out first and then tweak all the effects and stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in. I'm going to probably bit crush the drums a bit so they sit better with the sample, and just sort of mess around with some of the other plugins in there, just to sort of beef the drums up a bit. Cool. So I beef my drums up. Now I'll take the samples out again and try and build a new sort of try and build a new pattern around the drum. So I've got a few different things going on. That first kind of rough loop we made, and then I kind of got a slightly built up version of, well, not really a version of that, but similar to that, but a little bit more sort of amped. then a third kind of loop, which could be a hook really. So all the while I'm messing around with the pads and that, I'm running all the audio through the SP-303 and I'm tweaking the settings with the vinyl sim on at full sort of crunch, because ultimately I'm going to try and export it from here into the 303 and then apply the vinyl sim. And the nice thing about this is you can kind of mix live, again the sort of advantage over using the hardware alone. So you can put this on and I can mix everything to suit what it's going to sound like once I finally put the vinyl sim on. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm going to mess around with these 3 loops that we've got and try and sort of layer them up and build them together until we kind of got the basics of the structure of a beat. So we've got the sort of the makings of a beat. It's pretty decent. So the next thing I'm going to try and do is to add a sort of synth bass line underneath the sample and mess around with that. So we'll see how we get on. Cool, so yeah, I used Trilogy for the bass, and they got like an electric guitar sample on there, well, electric bass guitar sample on there. So I just layered that up with the main samples. I'll run it to you. That just kind of thickens everything up really, and combined with the vinyl sim compression, it kind of melts in with the drums and just sort of, yeah, really thickens the whole low end up. So cool. So I mean that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm going to mess around with it anymore. I'm going to put together some sort of intro and then bounce the whole lot out to the 303 where I've recorded there in stereo and long mode. Yeah, and then just once it's on there, crack the vinyl sim on and yeah, see what it sounds like. Cool. So yeah, so we recorded it from FL Studio, straight into the 303, and yeah, I'll let you have a listen now. I'll set the camera up and run the beat through.
It must be your love. I know love at all.
so came out pretty good. I'll try and do these more often. Next time maybe try and do something just on the 202 or just with the 202 and the 303, because it's pretty tricky to do something on its own. But yeah, I thought it'd be nice to give you just a sort of an overview of how I try and sometimes use these with the computer. Does make things a lot easier on the computer, but you do lose a bit of the sort of the charm of using the SPs just in its standalone. But yeah, nice one. Cheers, guys.